All right, very good morning, Atma Namaste. So, today we are embarking on a very different tangent of self love. And yeah, so today we talk about expression, self expression. So, usually, how we see world is how much are we contributing and how much are we getting as a part of the contribution. It's like give and take. How much did you give and how much did you receive? Most of us are stuck in the transactional, how do I say, transactional way of living. And it is not wrong, it's not right. No, most of us are transactional and it is serving us. And we have to be transactional in relationships. And knowing that, I'm transactional in relationship is setting us free from falsified expectations. But after I have started this cohort, especially self-love, when I've taken the first phase is done, I have decided that I would need more time for myself and healthy ego and unhealthy ego. That class has actually shaken me a lot because the falsified ego that I carried had a very strong, how do I say, need to be with others or to be for others than for myself. To an extent, I was betraying myself and my needs. And it felt inhumanly, how do I say, it was not human that I was doing things for others. When I say not human, I never felt that I have to be like everybody else. I never felt I should act like a regular human being. Somehow I felt I'm someone different. I understand people more than they understand me. So I have to be there for them. I have to do this, I have to do that. I have to be this person for them. I have to be this person. No, they don't understand because they're not aware. So I understand I have to be more open, more warm, more welcoming, where I just put my needs, my emotions aside, my feelings aside. And I only take a break when it is overwhelmingly tough for me to uh, take care of the routine. Though it is not visible on my face, but internally I get so strongly moved that I don't stand at all. I cannot stand at all. So that forces me to actually, that forces me to take that break. But again, even though I take a break, maybe for a day, I am on no work. That too because that goes in traveling. But even in that time, also um, I do chat with clients. I do message them, or I do take calls. Though I don't know what am I avoiding, what am I taking up. So it felt really, I could not understand myself. Why am I doing all of that? So when I attended this Shivaratri ceremony, a lot of shifts happen in terms of my ego. So yes, as I've told you, ego is not just arrogance. Ego is identity and attachment towards it. So I was so attached to my falsified ego's ideals. It felt like everything should happen through me. So for a very long time, I was stuck in this with this feeling that I should be there for them. If I'm not there, who would be there? And I was getting too so much emotionally attached to the client's problems, and I was being there. I think of them even in dreams, for many clients. So I felt I was doing a great favor, or no, I'm being like I'm not a transactional coach like others. I'm not a commercial one. I'm professional, but I'm more empathetic and I am more connected and I'm more loving, giving. all these stories I've been telling myself, but somehow that broke. So one of my friend just told, beautiful things or the healing can happen, but you don't have to deliver it yourself. You give the lesson and let them learn. When she said, you don't have to be the one who's delivering it for them, or you don't have to do it for them, or you don't have to be the one for them, just educate and empower and leave it, something shifted. And that gave me a deeper sense of relief that, okay, I don't have to be the one who's delivering it personally. So this actually cleared a lot of toughness inside me that I don't have to be the one, who will do it for them. So all of this cumulatively helped me understand that my needs are very important to me as others need me. So yeah, there are times where people texted to my D&D message also say, "What about me?" So it felt very much painful that okay, people are messaging to that D&D status also and ask about their problems. Then when I put D&D, I don't understand what message did I conveyed about myself, what boundaries I've set, or was I really so I don't know what are the right words that can fit to my situations, but it felt I never stood up for myself and I never cared for myself sufficiently enough ever properly. And on the first day of the ceremony, you know, I was so they asked us to go inwards to see what shadow you have in yourself, what darkness you have in yourself. Let it emerge out so that you can purge it out and you can integrate the functional aspect of the dark side, and this functional aspect of it can be released. So, more I'm trying to go inwards, I only see nothing. And I was only getting things when I open my eyes and look around, I see people celebrating, I see people purging, I see people are going through their own journeys, and I was feeling so happy. So, a part of me was convinced, not just convinced, got the confirmation that, okay, I am meant to serve. Okay, my true happiness lies in the service and servitude I carry for others. And I don't really have to be so much, debating around this. So it's okay that, I'm meant to serve others. And as I serve others, I get that sense of satisfaction, fulfillment, and purposefulness. And also, I have to serve myself equally well. And when I said I have to serve myself equally well, this gave me a deeper sense of safety and belongingness. And my needs are very, very important for me to fulfill because nobody will do it for me. And even though if entire world does it for me, the emptiness that is created because I don't do it for myself will still stay. So I said, okay, let me feel that part. Let me do my part first and see how world will turn it around. And I feel very much settled and very much sorted. And if you remember, I always say that I'm the most happiest person alive. I feel very, very happy at all times. I was very happy on many layers, but there are many layers which are not touched by me because I know if I touch them, I'll cry. Okay. So with all aspects, I know I'm happy. I was keeping that actively, nourished. But the aspects of me which are not getting fulfilled, which are needing more love and time, I'm just avoiding it. I'm not taking too much of a load onto myself to work on it. But this ceremony has opened everything up for me. So I started to take this, I'm starting to take breaks. The fear of judgment and fear of, listen from people that, this guy is not committed and, this guy is taking a lot of time for himself or, he's not taking care of us. That fear, that judgment has lost its power on me. So I'm like, okay, you feel free to judge whatever you wanted to judge because you are entitled to have your opinions. But I am not needed. I don't need to just live with that. But it again doesn't mean that I will be indisciplined or something. I have to be disciplined. I have to stay to my commitments. But when I know I'm not at my best, I just express that I need time. And today's topic is also self-expression. And the story that I've told you until now, my journey last of this month, basically, or from maybe from the time I've taken a long break and went to Varanasi. From the time I've taken the break to Varanasi, and then I've been to Mysore ceremony, and then this February is Shivratri ceremony. My journey has been amazingly progressive because the way I express myself through the subject that I deliver or to the healing that I do, and the way I interact with others and the way I interact with myself, the way I cater my own needs, that's a part of my expression. I'm expressing my need, my concern. I'm asking people what I want. Okay, and also, how do I say, not judging or jumping into conclusions very soon or very quickly. And when I say very quickly, I react very slowly. Especially with certain situations, and with certain situations, I'm fire. I just get flared up instantly. But I've seen in the cases where I usually flare up like this, I became much more settled and sorted, and I'm very um, clean in terms of my expression. I'm understanding that there's a lot of refinement inside me. That refined expression is creating a lot better, it's settling very well with me. So, self expression is something that is an extension of how your inner state is. So, when you are very much peaceful, and when you are in peace with yourself, how you express yourself and how expression is, um, if you carefully observe, it is very much harmonious with everything around. So I would like to give a small example. Maybe this would give how universe responds um, to your state. Soon after I have arrived Hyderabad from Pune, I was feeling overwhelmingly difficult. So I've told I'll take classes from Tuesday, but I've taken from Wednesday. So though I was supposed to take it on Wednesday, I could not take it well. And after the class, I was speaking to Sailaja Garu, and she said, "Sir, it's okay, you take a break when you're not at your best." And I couldn't wake up, right, if you remember that day, soon after the self values day, self worth day. I and there's a lot of emotions were releasing, and my body is like showing up at different tangents and different realities, which I don't know if I was ready to cater those shortcomings, maybe. So I've taken a break and I went to Denali, and from there I was supposed to meet my cousin. So she wanted me to, I want to be with nature actually. So the Pune environment was so much captivating. The 4 days that we were there, it's magic. So I just wanted to be more with the nature, but somehow I could not be there. I could not create that space within Hyderabad, and temperatures are rising in Hyderabad. So I was going for walk in the morning. That is happening, but somehow I am not feeling it sufficiently enough for my space. So I want a less polluted place. So Denali was like a huge town. I could not stay in that place for long. So I went to Namburu, where my cousin stays. So she gave me hello. She said, come to. She gave me a landmark. Come there. So according to her, it is just 10 to 12 kilometers from Denali, actually on maps. But somehow, when I clicked on maps, it has shown me 34 kilometers. I'm like, 34 kilometers? And she said, I can be there in 20 minutes. It's 34 kilometers showing 1 hour. I was not understanding what it is. I started the journey, okay. And I thought, okay, sometimes, we just Because we lose track of time, we say, okay, it's just 10 minutes. But it will take more than that. Just like 2 minutes noodles. So I set my path, and for first 4 to 5 kilometers, I was on the highway. And again, it has shown me a different road. And I was traveling, suddenly it has taken me to the fields. I was traveling within the fields, and right side and left side, we've got maize and corn fields. And then we have got this moong, green gram fields. And it was so beautiful. The 1 hour drive, I was smelling the fresh grass. Okay, if people have been into this Panta Chenu, you smell the earth, right? No, and there is nobody on the road. I can see occasionally two-wheelers coming in, and road is also not good. It's like, the Kacha road. And no, I could not drive fast, but I could be in the present moment. I was listening to that beautiful music that I listen. So beautiful music. It's sunset. It's 4:30 or 5. I've started. So the sundown and walking through the fields. I know I'm driving through the fields, and you have this how do I say, the grass and the breeze with the grass fragrance. It was such a beautiful dance. I was so much in that goosebumps. Goosebumps were there, like, for about 40% to 50% of the journey. For about 25-30 minutes continuous goosebumps were there. Just understand, you get goosebumps for 20 minutes straight, how it feels. So I was feeling so much blessed. And trick of the universe is it knows what I need. It has gave me that path. I could have reached my Akka's house and around 20 minutes earlier if I've taken the highway. But Yunus has shown me a different path, which was absolutely right and best for me. And I was traveling the entire village with this poncho and this turban. No, I'm expressing myself through this attire. And I'm being unapologetic about it. I'm going to walk in Hyderabad with this, and everybody is watching me. I was not comfortable with these stares that I get, but somehow I'm comfortable with wearing these clothes. So I asked myself, is this show and pomp needed? But it's a part of my expression. I'm expressing myself through this, and it feels so clear, so how do I say it feels so much of me, and I am this. I like this grandeur. I like this way I see myself, and I when I look at people who are like this, I really enjoy that. I don't feel like why did he do this or why did she do this. No, I don't get it unless it's like, you go to a funeral in in a party wear. You don't do that, right? Except for those situations, dressing appropriately and, as a part of your expression is very much needed, no matter how much judgment you might get. So, expression of yourself or expressing yourself is very much important that goes well with you. Now, we look over convenience, but if the convenience is truly aligned with your ideals, wonderful. But if convenience is just a mask up and it is a response of how your inner state is, how much you care for yourself, if that is not reflecting um in your expression, things are not fine. That's where you have to put some deeper introspection. Why am I not, or why am I expressing this, expressing myself like this? And expression is not just words. Expression of you goes the way you stand, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you take everything around. So self-expression is something very much vital for us to understand that we are here for a greater purpose, and the fulfillment of our greater purpose is always comes at a cost. But You can pay the price as you express it. If you express yourself very well, no matter how difficult the price is, it is going to be very, very smooth. Yesterday, as I was traveling from Vijayawada to Hyderabad, I was talking to a client, and there was such a difficult conversation that we had to do it. And we spoke for about 2.5 or 3 hours more, somewhere around that. And I could feel the way I was expressing my thoughts, my feelings were very smooth. And such a difficult conversation would never have happened if I did not understand the necessity or the meaning of self love. And putting the falsified ego aside, when I say falsified ego, the ego that is built from trauma, the ego that is built from pain, the ego that is built from your coping mechanisms that is running around it, the narratives that says, no, you're not valued, you're not good enough, you're not this, you're not that, all that we're not, that our ego says, no, you're not this, you're not that. And we tend to just accept it because we have got nothing else to do. You don't know how to do it otherwise, right? So the falsified ego was skeptical about how things would turn out if I express. But a bit of me was like, okay, let things go around. How can I change? Or how would anything change? When something is meant to happen, it just happens, and I've got nothing less or more to do. It was uncomfortable for me to see things in that way. But though the conversations are happening, though difficult things are happening, and emotions are like, popping up, pumping up, one thing I realized is I was at my best of my expression. Difficult conversations are difficult for the emotional unrest it creates, right? And hence we avoid it. But yesterday, I was sitting with the discomfort and still did what I'm supposed to do. I expressed everything that is happening in the most gentlest way possible. And I was feeling so much empowered. I was feeling so much settled because when we avoid a difficult conversation, the unrest it brings inside you is much more painful than having the conversation itself. You have to live with the discomfort for a very, very long time. The burden of the emotions that you carry is more heavier than speaking it up, letting it go, and let other person deal with it. Right? So this is something very, very important that we all understand that our lives are built on our expression. How do you express yourself? How do you express your needs? How do you express your positioning? And how do you ask? Yes, you are judged. Everybody judges everybody. Judgment is natural. Judgment is there in the universe. And opinions are very natural. Everybody has an opinion. And that is very natural that people have their opinions. And how much of you is allowing that to still let you be yourself? And how much of you is contracting you, is restricting you? When you restrict, the flow diverts, or you take a detour. So, as a part of the expression, when you want to have certain experience in life, do not complicate through very, very complex what if scenarios. Just ask. Again, use gentle words. If you have to, tone it down, or else just ask. There is a famous book called Ask and It Is Given by Jerry and Esther Hicks. Okay. If you have a time, if you have some time, just read that book. Ask and It Is Given. And the moment you ask, what have you asked? without any anticipation or expectation. Just ask, just to know their take on it. You can ask even for money. You can ask for friendship. You can ask food. You can ask time. You ask. When you ask without any agenda, when you ask without any, fears and doubts that you have for yourself, which are very deep, most of the times universe responds positively because you have expressed openly. If you do a lot of antarmathan, you did lot of introspection or introspection or retrospection, you're asking with lot of prejudices, a lot of what ifs, things around, then definitely you will not get an answer that you're looking for because you are so troubled with your own thoughts. 1 minute. So when you ask, things will naturally align. But our fear of judgment, our fear of rejection, fear of everything, and self-doubt, lack of confidence, lack of courage will make us overthink on the consequences after you ask. So you ask with that negative vibrational, presence in your vibrational field. Hence, the most dominant emotion gets expressed as a part of the intent, and somehow that manifests more than your true intent behind your ask. How many of you have experienced this? You ask with an expectation of rejection, and somehow you got rejected. And then you say, yeah, I knew it. Hence, I don't ask. Right? And have you ever asked without any agenda? You just ask because you're curious, or no, you just want to know. That's it. There is no agenda behind it. It's very clear, very plain. And somehow you got what you asked. Or maybe you haven't received what you asked. Still, wasn't it beautiful? The rejection, or the when you didn't get the answer also, was it not okay? Have you ever felt it? You asked and they said no, and you're absolutely okay with it. Did it happen? At least once? No one? Yes, right? So uncomplicate yourself by not letting the thoughts affect you, by taking control, taking absolute control of how your narratives are. What are your narratives saying? What are they asking? What are your narratives asking you to do? Are your narratives asking you to perform certain things in a certain way? Or are your narratives asking you to be a different person? Or are your narratives confirming or confining you to be a smaller version of yourself so that you can fit to other people's expectations of you? What are your narratives? Because if your narratives have are disharmonizing factors of the resonance that you naturally have with yourself, your true self. When I say true self, it will also carry shadows and darkness. So most of the times we are so much careful in not letting the shadows revealed. We always want our bright side to be looked at, valued, appreciated, and celebrated. But you are that dark as the light that you already are. So the brighter the light, the darker the shadow, right? So you cannot avoid shadow when you are looking for light. And your expression carries the darkness also, and you have to be absolutely unapologetic about it. Start at some point. Slowly you will reach there. Sit with the discomfort, sit with the rejection, sit with that uncomfortable and unsettling feeling that you have before you ask. When you ask, that burden is gone. Even if you get rejected, which you are worried or scared about, but somehow you feel, okay, I've done my part. And because you know you'll be rejected and that manifested, in a way you are settling with that also, isn't it? Yes, wonderful. So one of the most important aspect of self-love is self-expression. How do you express your needs to yourself first? It always goes inwards. What narratives that you carry that would not let you fulfill your needs, that not let you ask, that not let you express your needs. The entire expression is a narrative game, isn't it? You express only to suit or to fulfill a narrative. You're filtering yourself so much, so much, so much that you finally express, and even after you express, you feel, did I do the right thing? Isn't it? So this is something very, very important that you notice that, okay, I'm here for a better purpose. And for my purpose to be fulfilled, I have to express. I have to just let it out. Or at least I just live with that same narration that, okay, I'm here for a better purpose, a greater purpose, and I'm going to do whatever it takes for it to be fulfilled. And you are very much, aligned with that. No second thought. Nothing disappoints you. That is how solid you are building yourself. When you express, you're expressing with that confidence and courage because your expression is coming out from your values only. When your expression is an extension of your values, because values are who you are, you're building yourself around your values, then your expression of your values would definitely be appreciated. And even if someone doesn't appreciate it, it just means they don't understand it yet. That's it. And you're absolutely okay. You expressed. And your expression doesn't demand a reciprocation because your narrative does not carry this load. You expressed, you get anything in return, that's a bonus. You get nothing, or maybe you got criticism, it's okay, absolutely okay. People criticized you. You criticize many people, many things, including you. You also criticize many people, right? So just don't be in your mind, be in your body. That's where your expression will refine itself. When I say be in the body, be in the moment. When you think so much, how your thoughts are. Your thoughts are repetition of your past or future, the stories that you always say, right? That's a familiar ground, and that's where you are. You're always there. Understood?
ఏమీ అర్థం కాలేదు. అర్థమైనట్టుంది, అర్థం కాలేదు.
ఓకే. ఎవరికేం అర్థం కాలేదా? ఒక లక్ష్మి గారికి అర్థం కాలేదా?
నేను నిన్ను బ్యూటిఫుల్గా వింటున్నా.
ఉమ్,
చాలా బాగుంది ఇది. ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్, ఎక్స్ప్రెసివ్ అవర్ ఓన్ సెల్ఫ్ వితౌట్ ఎనీ హెజిటేషన్ వాట్ ప్రీవియస్లీ వీ వర్ హ్యావింగ్,
ఉమ్,
రైట్?
ఎస్.
ఇదే ఇది yesterday one small thing here, many ladies are there, they can understand. Yesterday I made one curry early morning like this only. I was listening you and I prepared curry because I have one yoga class also to attend, so for that reason I prepared. And both my husband and son kept the face like this, oh, this curry na. Then I didn't feel anything. Happily, I took off all the curry and kept for myself. Whatever I can eat, that much only I kept for myself. And the rest of the curry, I called the watchman and I have given to him.
ఉమ్,
Right? And I told my husband he is going to office yesterday after his cataract operation. I told him, now I will make dosa for you as breakfast, eat, and then there only in the canteen itself, you ask some food and you have there.
ఉమ్,
And I told Karthik, yesterday's curry, what he liked, it is there in the fridge. You have with that.
ఉమ్.
How simple it was yesterday. No kit kit, nothing. Otherwise, previously, I was, I made this curry, yeah, and I am getting up early for you people only. I made this, and you are not eating that, this. Stopped yesterday. How calm and quiet it is. I cannot express that feeling. And that hot curry I gave to that watchman, and that fellow happily 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. I met him when I went down. Then, ma'am, curry acha tha, हमने खा लिया भी. And I told him that it is fresh curry only today. हाँ अम्मा, अर्थమైంది, समझ आ गया मुझे. अच्छा है curry, हमने खा लिया भी. Happily he said with laughing face. Over done.
Nice.
How it is, Vamsi, I don't know. This is what you are expressing, the same thing only I also expressed here. I think so.
Exactly. You express it beautifully well.
Because you know that, no, ఎంత ఉంటుందంటే మాకు వెనకాల పొద్దుటే లేచాను, వండాను, ఇది ముందే చెప్పొచ్చు కదా, చచ్చిన వాళ్ళారు ఎప్పుడు తినరు మీరు. ఆల్ దీస్ థింగ్స్ విల్ కమ్. మనం కోస్తే ఇంకో వీఆర్ నాట్
I-
దేవి దేవతాస్, ఢమ్ 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 ఢమ్, we also have expressions, right? సో ఎంత బ్యూటిఫుల్గా ఉందంటే నిన్న నాకు అస్సలు కార్తీక్ మాత్రం ఆశ్చర్యపోయాడు. ఒకసారి వాడు నిన్న ఇంట్లోనే ఉన్నాడు, హీ వాజ్ ఎట్ హోమ్ ఓన్లీ. హీ
Mm,
ఆస్క్డ్, మై సన్ ఆస్క్డ్, అమ్మా, హూమ్ యు ఆర్ గివింగ్ దిస్ కర్రీ? ఐ సెడ్, యూ అండ్ పాపా డోంట్ లైక్ దిస్, నో, ఐ ఈట్ ఫర్ మై సెల్ఫ్, దిస్ ఐ ఆమ్ గివింగ్ టు వాచ్మెన్. డన్. అదర్వైజ్ దాన్ని ఫ్రిడ్జ్‌లో పెట్టి అగైన్ టుమారో ఐ ఓన్లీ ఈట్. అదర్వైజ్ సంథింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద థింగ్ ఐ యూజ్డ్ టు డూ యార్, అంతే. దానికి చెప్పడానికి ఏం లేదు ఇంకా. ఇట్స్ సో బ్యూటిఫుల్ యెస్టర్‌డే.
wonderful.
అంతే. సో
See
థాట్.
how simple it is and how
యాహ్!
easy it
హౌ
is.
సింపుల్ అమ్మా అసలు. వి నెవర్ నో దీస్ సింపుల్ థింగ్స్.
Yeah.
And one function also I told, my sister-in-law's daughter function is there. Previously, I used to give some saree, something, blah, blah, blah. I said, no need. Sarees, so many she will get now. I'm not going to give her the saree. I'm giving the amount what I want to give. My
Mm,
husband also didn't say anything. Is it so? No problem. He asked me. I said, no problem. Come.
mm.
I gave small frocks for very less amount అంటే చిన్న పాప 3 months baby. What she can wear అంటే cotton frocks ఒక 3 or 4 just for very minimal amount I bought. And I gave her 10,000 rupees in the cover and I gave her.
Awesome.
That 10,000 will that she can deposit whatever it is, because gold we are not able to buy nowadays. Otherwise previously we used to buy small rings and all kada pillalki. Those rings కాపాడడం ladies కి ఎంత కష్టమో I can tell. All the ladies here can imagine a small rings how much they are no చాలా జాగ్రత్తగా పెట్టుకోవడం, అవి కింద పడిపోవడం, పోవడం, so many issues. I gave the money to her. I told her, I didn't bring anything for you, Padma. I didn't bring any saree for you. Ayo, no, Atta, so many sarees are for me. I know you will have so many sarees.
Yeah.
And beautiful. ఎంత బాగుంది. Nobody will ask, yeah. Nobody will ask. If they ask, that is their karma, let them ask. ఇది నాకు అర్థమైందమ్మా. ఇది నా డే టు డే లైఫ్లో ఐఎమ్ లెర్నింగ్ దిస్. దట్స్ ఎనఫ్ ఫర్ మీ.
Awesome. Awesome.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. థ్యాంక్ యూ డియర్.
Wonderful. So, when you see, it is very easy when you just ask and express without filters, without too much of judgment. Don't judge yourself before you speak. Let others people do the task for that, for you know. You can't stop judgment of others, but you can stop your judgment on yourself. At least you have that control. If you say cannot stop, that's why you have to start working on yourself. Why you can't you stop? What exactly is the end of the end of judgment that you're not willing to face, or that you're getting triggered? Sit with that. When you say people are judging me for XYZ, okay. When they judge, what exactly is happening? What is revealing? What's the comfort? What's the discomfort? When you sit with it, it reveals itself. And the discomfort doesn't stay for long. If you sit with it, it's few minutes. Just force certain exhalations with the discomfort, sit with it, relive it in your own mind. At some point, you build familiarity around that discomfort, and at some point, the discomfort would not be discomfort. It's just a state. You just be there for some time, and you just walk into it and walk out of it. That's it. It's as simple as it is. But when you complicate it with your analogies, with your XYZs, it becomes tough for you to handle. Otherwise, it's very simple, very easy. Isn't it? Yes, Patricia, you're saying something.
Yes, I was typing all of it, but it's easy to speak only. So it's just like how Padmini ma'am has expressed her incident. I also had one thing to share, which happened yesterday morning. I was feeling very sleepy and absolutely not in a mood to cook or send my child to school, get him ready and all. I wanted to sleep so badly in the morning, like at 7 o'clock or so. I told the same to my husband without thinking what he would say, if he would be okay or not, if he would get mood off, or if he would say, I don't have time, etc. I just told him not in a mood. I don't want to cook. I'm feeling very sleepy. Could you please take care of Piyush's school and cooking? I said, that's it. And he said, yeah, okay, okay, you sleep, I'll take care. He said, it happens so softly, you know. Usually, when I give the responsibility of Piyush to my husband, it will be a chaotic thing. Even if I want to sleep, I can't sleep because he'll be crying and the other one will be shouting in the process of rushing him to school on time. My husband will be shouting, Piyush will be crying, and he'll run to me only again. So I can't sleep properly also. But yesterday, nothing like that happened. It happened so softly. I didn't even know when they left the house also. I woke up at 10:30. He cooked, he packed, he went, dropped my child at school. The bonus what happened is he also swept the hall for me. Which was absolutely not expected. I was thinking, okay, I need to arrange the hall. Okay, I should do some dishes. That this I was thinking and I woke up. But even that was done. It's like such a bonus and such a peaceful time I had for myself after that. No chaos, no running, and I got the sleep that I was wanting. And I expressed so normally without having any expectation or judgment towards my question. It was so nice. Though we didn't go through this self-expression session by then, but the other sessions that we have learned or gone through has somehow impacted the way we are expressing ourselves already.
Exactly. So self-expression class happened today, but self-expression learnings happened yesterday.
Yeah, implementation done.
Yes. So as we are talking about the progression, it is self-value is extended into self-worth. The worth has created the respect, respect created the confidence, confidence is turned into your expression. Now, when your values are right, your expression is always intact. This is very important. So it all starts with value. Satya, Dharma, Shanti, Prema, Ahimsa. These five pillars. When you want Shanti and you express, you get Shanti. But when you think, I get Ashanti if I express, you get Ashanti when you express. You're expressing because you want Shanti. So that's your intent. But if your intent says, what if I get Ashanti if I express? Okay, feel it. Tadastu. Tat astu. Yad bhavam, tad bhavati. When bhavam says, it is Shanti that I want, bhavati says, Shanti tadastu. Right? Very, very simple and self-expression class that we are doing. It doesn't need any kind of very strong metaphors and examples. It's our day-to-day life. It's very simple. We complicate it because somehow we thought the most complicated situations have a larger impact, right? Even in the examination also, tougher the question, the more challenging the question, and if you're able to solve that challenging question, that means you are good or good enough. But in our life, nothing is as complicated as we think in the mind. We just complicate it with our connection with attachment to the past and anticipation of the same reaction. Then you're not wrong because your experiences are like that. But just because you had an experience and you believe because of the conditioning that okay, this is how it is gonna be all the time, that's where you have to build some kind of settling down. You have to settle yourself down so well that the expression of yours will change into your highest frequency resonance. You will, when you have less complications, your ask is vibrating in the frequency of receiving of it. Because you ask with peace, you ask, you get it, and you're still at peace. You ask with with an anticipation of excitement, and then you get excited. You ask with an anticipation of disappointment, you get disappointed. So, with what frequency your ask is coming from, what energies your ask contain, is how ask expresses itself out for you to give that emotional impotence it carries. So your resonance started before you ask. So you are vibrating at a certain frequency and you ask, so that frequency sustains and continues. This is a fundamental law. And the more you understand, you're asking, you can ask the same thing with a different emotion, right? Ask the same thing with a different emotion, and that different emotion is going to give you a different outcome. But you're asking only for the outcome, not caring about your emotional impedance. It doesn't sit well. That is the reason people say don't talk when you're not emotionally balanced. Why? Because you say things or you express things in a certain way that it doesn't go well because of your emotional impedance. Settle down. Ask the same thing again. Instead of expecting others to be more understanding of you, you become more mature. Can you do it? Can you step up? When you step up, that's the game, that's the magic. Because your life is yours, it's not someone else. So world need not adjust and accommodate you. You have to adjust and adapt. Just like a plant. Just look at how beautiful the plant or tree is. It changes as per the weather. It doesn't curse the sun for being hot, or it doesn't curse the earth for being so hard. It just adapts. Less water, tree is like, okay, no problem. I stretch my roots to an extent where the water is there. Lesser the water, deeper the roots. Lesser the resources that you carry, stronger you become. But expecting everything to be easy for you is the biggest problem because you're not building strength. You're running around comfort and convenience. When comfort and convenience is not happening, then you build narratives that would create dissonance. That dissonance that you carry is going to lower your vibration and keep you in that sulking or victim mode. Isn't it? What is the end of your expression? What exactly you are anticipating as a part of your expression? If you express what you think it would happen. When you're clear about it, magic happens. And this is what you have to build. It's not difficult. You can do it. You'll do it. Just a matter of time that you fit yourself too much and too deep into it. That it just manifests. It's just a matter of time. Trust me. All right. Learn something new, something different. Silence.
లేదు వంశీ, ఇది నేర్చుకోవడం కాదు, దీన్ని ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్, అర్థం చేసుకుంటూ అలా మనం జీవించడం. నేర్చుకోవడానికి ఏం లేదు ఇందులో. యాజ్ యూ సెడ్ ప్రీవియస్లీ ఆల్సో, నో నీడ్ ఆఫ్ లర్నింగ్ ఎనీథింగ్, జస్ట్ ఎంజాయ్ అండ్ బీ దేర్ అండ్ ఆటోమేటికల్లీ యూ విల్ బి ఆన్ దట్ మోడ్, autopiloting.
I know. Correct.
Yesterday's that curry incident, it was not auto, it was purely autopilot for me. That is autopiloting mode లో ఉండే చేశాను ఆ పని నేను. Otherwise, just ask anyone in this call or myself, I never did in that way. Because again, I keep in the fridge, and in the fridge it will sadafai for 3 days or 4 days. That curry, yeah. It's so nice, yeah, so nice. Enjoying each and every moment.
Awesome. Yeah.
And one more thing, what you said, no? When anyone tell anything and all, and I generally I use it to console them, or I use it to give them the what ఏదో ఒకటి చెప్పడం, like that, no? That I stopped. I'm just listening to them, that's it. If they want to tell anything to me, I'm just listening to them. If they want to share any their problems or anything. Previously, I used to, what you said, no? I used to be there in their situation, and I used to give them the most worst advices or good advices, I don't know. I used to give them the advices. Now I stopped. I am just listening to them. That's it.
Yeah, very good.
ఇదొకటి చాలా బాగుంది నాకు.
Awesome.
Because because they come and they tell me, auntie, that this. Okay, అయ్యో అలాగా, that's it enough.
Nice. Less energy. And this is energy conservation mode. You come and you went out. If you want an advice, you ask for advice, or else, okay. You're about
Yeah,
to,
అంతే.
you have come for advice, definitely advice would flow. You have come to express, you have expressed.
Yeah, yes. And I came to know many of them are just coming to me to for the time pass and only to tell their emotions. That's it. If I am listening them, that's enough for them. That I understood now.
Awesome.
They don't want any advices. Many people come to us like that only. They don't want any advices. They don't want to come out of their situation. They come to us like me sitting ideally at home, retired person. Just they come to me just to speak whatever they are feeling about their in-laws, about their that this.
Yeah.
If I listen to them, that's enough for them.
That's how you're expressing your maturity. See,
Yeah,
it's
ఎంత
not
బాగుందో
just
అది.
speaking. It's just you're expressing your presence. You're present. You say, I'm present. Tell me. I have time.
Yes.
You have time. Just let's open up.
Yes. భలే ఉంది.
Awesome.
And when I started this, no, they are coming or they are calling me and asking my permission to come to me.
Wow. See,
Auntie, I
it's
want
your
to sit with you. Auntie, I want to sit with you. Are you free? Yes, Ray, come. I am free. Otherwise, I tell, okay, after 15 minutes, after half an hour, like that. And they come, they tell, and they go. I said, okay.
yes. You respect your boundaries, they respect yours. Simple.
ఎస్ ఎంత బాగుందో వంశీ, ఇది చాలా బాగుంది.
Kada?
అందుకనే ప్రతిసారి
Yeah.
ఆల్వేస్ టెల్ యూ థ్యాంక్ యూ అంతే.
Thank you. Right. And after today's class, if people sit silent without anything, that means you're expressing silence. 2 moments of silence after every question I ask. So people speak up, express. If you have a question, ask. If you don't understand, ask.
That is the maunam for our older self, which is dead.
Okay, then that is fine. Or else, you get 2 moments of silence for this moment.
కాదు. అఫ్ కోర్స్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో బ్రెయిన్ డెడ్ సిచ్యువేషన్. సో దానికి కూడా కొంచెం మౌనం పాటించాల్సి వస్తుంది. బికాస్ అసలు నిజంగా I've been thinking that even the basic words like respect, worth, value, which we keep using on a daily basis, its meaning is entirely different after learning these concepts. I literally searched for each of them on Meta AI to see what that is saying. అసలు ప్రతి వర్డ్ మీనింగ్ కూడా I have to unlearn and learn the new meaning that you are giving.
Okay, wonderful. So isn't it aligned?
Yeah, it's so much of new learning, but I feel sometimes a little overwhelming. అంటే ఓవర్వెల్మింగ్ కూడా కాదు. ఇట్స్ లైక్ అరే ఇన్నేళ్ళు ఈ పదాన్ని ఇట్లా వాడుకుంటూ వచ్చాం కదా, దీని అర్థం ఇదని తెలిసి ఇప్పుడు తెలిసింది. ఇప్పుడు నేను చాలా కాన్షియస్ గా యూజ్ చేయాలి ఏం వాడినా. పైగా నాకు ఒక కొడుకు కూడా ఉన్నాడు, వాడు వింటుంటాడు నేను ఏం మాట్లాడినా. ఐ నీడ్ టు బి even more conscious while using these words. I'm correcting myself so much when I'm talking to him, so he understands the right meaning, at least in my consciousness. నాకు తెలియకుండా he may learn many things which I have no control of, but at least as far as I know, I want to make sure that I teach him the right meaning of words, so he understands it better anamata. So unlearning and learning is like, oh, some cells are dying in brain and some new cells are taking birth also, but yeah.
Wonderful. Yes. So this is an emotion. Okay, you're learning through that experiential, understanding. So just keep it. I remember the word try. Yes, Padmini Garu. Wonderful. There's no word. I was surprised. How do anybody try? You do or you don't do? How do you try? I never understood. That means they're expressing that they have the intent to do, but they could not do it. So they used the word try. Okay, you have used the word try. Wonderful. But what did you actually try? What exactly moved when you tried? So ask. If someone says, I tried doing it, ask, what did you try? What did you do when you're trying? You're thinking. How is it different than not trying? You're thinking also then, you're thinking also now. There's a thoughts changed. Okay. When thoughts changed, what changed? How did your different thought lead to different action? Ultimately, if new thoughts made did not inspire or motivate you to make a change, your expression of your thoughts to yourself didn't work out. So you haven't expressed it right to yourself because you are thinking. If someone gave you a thought, that is their problem. But you thought you are so intelligent, you thought about things. When you have thought about things, why are you not putting them into application? Why is a thought energy field strong enough to inspire you to move and act? Have you asked yourself? If you haven't asked, you know what to do now. That applies to you and everyone because expression will lead to action. Awesome. Wonderful. Okay, that's all for today. Any questions or doubts? Today's class is very different. There is less gyan and more of executional cues. I feel it so. Wonderful. Sinking in. Super. Less gyan, more realization. Wonderful. Yes. Tomorrow, self-esteem. That is going to be very, very interesting. And today's assignment will also put you into the action mode. Now, expression starts with change. So when you change, that means you have expressed it right. Today's assignment will include a lot of nudges and push and pulls that you need to start. Now, whatever that is not letting you start will lose its power. That's where I want you to start with. Do these assignments with that reverence, and you see the 20 to 30 minutes you invest on assignments, you're investing on your life, transformation of your life. Okay? Because our sessions are not just Gyan Dan. We're not here to just intellectually entertain ourselves. Okay? This is an absolute immersion for transformation. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much. Have an amazing day ahead. Atma Namaste. Stay blessed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Atma Namaste.